Hey you guys, my name is Gemstone from www.tarotforhealing.com. I hope you guys are doing well. Today I wasn't actually going to make these videos, but I felt like it would be a good time because outside is really bright. We're getting quite a bit of sunlight, so I said I was just getting some videos while um, we have the sun out for this time. So yes, what I'm going to be doing for you is a 2015 guidance reading, but it's almost like a version of the healing reading that I offer on my website, but this is like a smaller version. The healing reading I offer is like a 16 card reading where I pick like all different really positive oracle card decks and I do the reading. I feel like it's really good for somebody that has gone through like really difficult experiences, that might be feeling a bit rough, a bit raw, and they want something that is more comforting in a reading. um I just feel that it helps so much to kind of feel like you have the support of those positive cards. And so yeah, it's a really good and in-depth reading. So in this reading in particular, I've chosen 5 oracle card decks to pull cards from, and I've chose a one tarot deck, which is like an oracle card deck, which is the Psychic Tarot. So the first card that has come up for you, which is from the Angel Therapy deck, is Archangel Michael. And it says, you are working very closely with this powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through this situation. So I'm feeling like it's saying that um, Archangel Michael is going to be assisting you. But this is kind of telling me is that there is something difficult that you're going through, and that you need assistance with, you need support in. And if you are feeling kind of out there by yourself, feeling like you don't know how to make things better, you don't know how to change things in 2015, maybe there's still some things, burdens that you're still carrying with you from 2014, it's saying that your angels are supporting you at this time. This might be a really good time to, if you feel inclined, work with your angels. It might be a good time for you to just talk to them and see what kind of insights that they can give onto you. Another thing which can be quite helpful is just finding out about the angels, finding out about Archangel Michael and what it is that he does and how it is that he can support you in terms of this issue that you're going through. But what I'm feeling from looking at this card is that I'm feeling like it's saying that you're going through some kind of battles, you're going through some kind of challenges, and maybe to me the energy can feel a bit harsh. It could even be that for some of you guys, it might be a cutting of the cords that needs to take place. But I feel like that there's this kind of harsh energy that you might be experiencing with somebody else, and or maybe some kind of negative connection, negative tie to somebody else. And things in this area might have felt like a bit of an uphill battle, but again, it's saying that you're determined. You're determined to succeed. You're determined to get through it. But you need the support of your higher self, of those angels and guides, to be able to kind of help you and see a clear passage through this issue. Because I fear, especially with looking at one of the other cards that later on is going to show up, I fear that you may mishandle a situation, like you may do something out of being angry that you may regret later on, and you need to sort of embrace sort of a greater sense of harmony in that respect. Try not to lash out or do something that later on you even may regret, or do something that can sort of escalate a situation versus like diffusing it. And your life purpose card that showed up is options, and it says consider the career possibilities that are open to you. So it seems that in 2015 new career opportunities are going to come forward for you. And it's saying with this scale she has in her hand, it's saying that it's all up to you. Maybe there's going to be a time where you're going to be indecisive. You don't really know if this is what you want to do. You don't really know if this is what you want to take on. But it's saying something different will be good for you. I feel like the reason why something different might be good for you is I feel like you might be needing something fresh and something new. Maybe you're unsure about this position because maybe it requires something different of you. Maybe there's something about it that makes you a bit weary of it. But it's almost like sometimes we don't know how things are going to turn out before we actually sort of take the jump, take the leap into it. And I feel like when it comes to your work, you need something fresh, something different, because maybe like your work situation may have got a bit too familiar and you just need something to kind of, I don't know, something to keep you going that is different. It's a very reflective kind of card, this card. It's really about thinking about your emotions, your feelings. It's about sort of maybe distancing yourself from others for a time to really see how you feel in terms of things. But yeah, very reflective kind of card. But what I do like is that the card following your career card is success, and it says success fills my life in ways beyond my greatest expectation. And so it's saying that something is going to be handed to you that is really positive. Something is going to come to you that is really positive. There's going to be hope this year. If you've had issues in your career in the past, career issues are going to become much better for you. And I feel like it's going to become better for you when you decide to change careers. Again, there might be some kind of leap you need to take. It might be a career that is completely different, something that's really different to what you're used to. But this, I feel like, is going to be a good thing. Because I'm just feeling like your career situation might be just a bit boring. Maybe it just doesn't suit you. Or maybe you're just sort of tired of the way things are. It's almost like you need a kind of a boost in that area. You need to do something that makes you, feel a bit more excited about the job that you do, the work that you do. And so I feel like something is going to be offered to you that is going to be so much better than what you've had or been doing, that, you have to go with it. You'd have to take it because it's really positive. Your card from the Animal Whispers Empowerment deck is the Flamingo, and it says act with grace. I love this card. And to be honest, if I was to think of like any of the cards or go through any of these animal cards and think of the one that I think most applies to you, this one probably would, when it comes to the colors in the card, because I think that's what Leos, that's how I view Leos. Like, I think Leos are just like, they're just like this flamingo. They have usually like big personalities. They're very people take notice of you. It's sort of like when you go places, like all eyes is kind of on you. Like, you tend to just be very social. You like to have a good time. You like to have fun, and all these colors kind of feel like that. It's like fun, and it's bold. And even though you may be like that, I feel like it's saying that there might be some instances where you might have to wind it down a little. Now, it's not a case of you being anything different than what you are. A flamingo is always going to be, what it is. So you have to be who you are. But it's saying to really act with grace. It's like, be yourself and be who you are, but be graceful about it. And this card kind of showed up under the Archangel Michael card when I had them laid out. And to me, I feel like that's where I was really sensing that there is some kind of harshness or upset or frustration that you may have been experiencing. And it's saying that, don't lash out. Like, if there's something happens or comes up and you're not pleased about it, try to just kind of diffuse the situation. Try to still be graceful. Don't be sort of, don't sort of bring yourself down to other people's level if other people are just not so pleasant with you. Try to shrug it off and still be you. I feel like maybe that might be the issue. Maybe some people may not appreciate you being who you are. Maybe some people might find you to be maybe too outgoing, too outspoken, or something like that. But and you can be quite, you know, positive, quite optimistic. Maybe people have an issue with that too. Like, it could be all different things, but it's saying to appreciate that in yourself, appreciate that of you know who you are, and be graceful for whatever challenges that show up. Just, yeah, don't go off on people. So your tarot card is 9, fulfillment of wishes. So that is really good. That's really nice. It seems that wishes are going to be fulfilled for you, and I feel like the wishes are coming through with your work, Leo. I think that that's where the wish is coming through. It's about your life purpose, what you're destined to do. I feel like 2015 for a lot of Leos is going to be a really good year when it comes to career and finance. That's where you're going to see a lot of the transformations. And that wish you wish for can come to you. Because this card showed up underneath your career card, it kind of makes me think that sometimes when an opportunity shows up, it may not always look the way we want it to look, and that can sometimes make us doubt certain things. But it's saying that if something is offered to you and it sounds really good, go for it. Go for it, because it's going to be opening up something really amazing for you, really great for you. And again, I like when I look at these waterfalls, it's almost like, you know, washing away of the old and nourishing something that is new. And then with like the treasure chest opening, it's like that's where the success comes in, that's where the abundance comes in with this new opportunity. And I feel like you're going to be really appreciative of this. So yeah, really nice. Your romance angel card is religious factors, and it says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And so what this is telling me is that, to be honest, I have been seeing in some of the monthly readings that maybe relationships have been a little bit, have been a bit challenging. But what I would say with this card is that it's saying in 2015, if you're already with somebody, or if you do meet somebody, it could be a case of there are some belief systems that are in place that the two of you may not see eye to eye on. Now, it may not necessarily, it can be religious, but it may not necessarily be religious. It could just mean that the two of you just have a different outlook on life, or the two of you just have a difference of opinions when it comes to like lifestyle choices and stuff like that. And so this might be issues that you have to try to work through or try to compromise. If you can't find a way of working through a compromise, it can really it can break apart the relationship, because I think sometimes people can be so set in their ways about what they believe. And I think, you know, you have to go into things with a more maybe open attitude, maybe not just feel like, oh well, because that's what I believe, that's just it. You know, relationships are all about compromise, and so it might be a case of the two of you having to kind of come together and see where you can sort of reach um you know, a happy middle ground between what the two of you may believe or what the two of you may think, so that you can make a relationship work. So that's your cards, Leo. I'll see you. Bye. I'm gonna do it.